Album of the Month.
What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Album of the Month review, and I'm so excited today to be talking to you about Jim James's Eternally Even, which could be the album of the year for all I'm concerned. Really, 2016 for me is going to go down as the year of Jim James because he's already produced one of my favorite records of the year so far, Ray LaMontagne's Ouroboros. He's just on a roll. This guy is so prolific. Last year's My Morning Jacket album, Waterfall, was great. That is the band that he's the frontman of. Prior to that, he contributed some of the best songs to the Bob Dylan New Basement Tapes thing. So great. But now, this is probably his best solo record by far. And for many different reasons. Musically, it is just soulful, and it is all over the map, mixing rock with soul, with jazz, with R&B. It's just a little bit of everything, and although it does have some minor Pink Floyd-ish doom and gloom to it, it also has many areas of uplifting sound, and it just feels like this warm blanket of primarily keyboard-based music, which is kind of surprising for Jim James because he's such a good guitarist. But this is obviously him trying to stretch himself and move into different territories. So the first couple songs are very organ heavy. Even the second song on the album, Same Old Lie, incorporates some Eastern influence into not only the chord structures but also the drums. You get a little bit of that kind of conga feel to it, and I love the message of that song. There's a line that says, you can't build love out of blood, guns, and sorrow. Yeah, that's pretty true, and a lot of the messages throughout this album, they address a lot of the problems that we're having in modern society, from violence to socioeconomic to political to race issues, but he does it in such a way that every time he also gives you some hope, and he gives you something to combat those issues with. Peace and love. I mean, it's a little bit of a throwback to the hippie days, but truly, love can conquer all. I believe that, and Jim James, I'm on board with your message, especially on the song Here in Spirit, which to me is the best song on the record. To me, probably the best song of the year, period. It is just beautiful. I love the major piano chord changes and kind of the hip-hop drum beat, and just the vocal lines over it are so nice. And I love what the chorus says, if we don't speak out, we can't hear it. I will always be here in spirit. And it's just so cool because you feel that there is a spiritual urgency and undertone to all the songs on this record. It makes you feel hopeful, really, that music can be a powerful tool to not only make you feel better when you're down, but also, listen to the lyrics. It can, if we all come together and realize that we got to stop this hatred, we got to stop violence, and we got to move towards loving and accepting each other and tearing the walls down and working together to see that we're all really the same. Man, Jim James, you got me on a roll here. I'm all excited and I'm on board with this message, and that just shows how strong music in general can be, and it's a testament to how great this record is. Because just from the beginning, Hide in Plain Sight, with that groovy bass line, and even though his vocals are very subdued and low in the mix, it works so well. It's almost kind of a Pink Floyd kind of vibe on that song. And there's recurring themes, not only lyrically but musically. Through in the middle of the album, you kind of have the refrain of that first song on "We Ain't Getting Any Younger," which has part one and part two. Part one is just instrumental, and part two is probably the most gloomy lyrically because it's pointing out that we do have sort of this short shelf life here on Earth, but it's also empowering at the same time. Even when he says peace has been blown to pieces, he then offers the solution, we got to put it back together again. So with this short time that we're given on this earth, we really do have this responsibility to spread that peace and love awareness. Again, just regurgitating that message that really never gets old. It's timeless. And the music is timeless on this album. Another one of my favorite songs is "The World's Smiling Now." It feels like something that could have come out in the 60s in kind of like a Sly and the Family Stone meets maybe a more subdued Al Green, just beautiful kind of soulful R&B sound, a very warm bass tone, and that's one of the few songs that you actually hear some guitar leads on, and it's not too flashy. It just fits the song very well. Beautifully done. The second half of the album, you start to get a little more funky on True Nature and even jazzy on the song In the Moment. You kind of have a little bit of a Miles Davis-esque trumpet solo on the end of that song. So you can really see that Jim James, obviously we know he has taste in all kinds of music, but you can really start to see where he's cultivating these tastes and moving forward and into many different directions stylistically in his own writing. And it's just really beautiful to see how far he's come and where he is obviously going from here. Just a great record overall. Eternally even throughout, and it's a great album title because you can tell that he is eternally minded on this. Although he's saying that we have a short time on this earth, obviously he believes there is an eternal after, and in order to get to whatever he believes in religiously, we've got some work to do here on this earth, doing good for others and ourselves, and just keep spreading that message of love, man. I love it. I love this album. I give it an 8 out of 10, and check it out, please, because it needs to be heard. So like, subscribe, tell me what you think of the album, comment below, and viva la vinyl. I will see you guys soon.